it is, you know, if we can objectify women because they're stripping, why can't we objectify men when they're stripping?
That was an attitude back in the 80s when women didn't have power and didn't have a choice. And going to see the Dream Boys, I think they were called, was a kind of female revolution. It was two fingers up to men. Look, we can do the same as you. We're equal,
There we go.
blah, 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 blah. But in this particular era of Me Too, we were trying to get balance, gender equality, all sorts of equality. Then this is a step backwards. It is because you can't keep the moral high ground and say, men, you can't objectify women, you can't treat me as a piece of flesh, and then do the same, just do that same thing yourself, because you lose that argument.
And, yes, you can, says Adele.
I think it's just very different environments, isn't it? The whole Me Too environment is about, at work, I don't want to be objectified, I don't want to be put into compromising positions. To me, this is a show for entertainment. I think it's very different from stripping, and I think it's very dangerous.
It's more than that.
Why do you think it's different from stripping?
I think women have had a completely different history from men. We have been objectified for thousands of years.
Still are.
And indeed, so we come in from a very vulnerable position. These guys are equity-holding dancers who are there for fun. They feel strong. They're out there showing their muscle statistics for women's sort of abuse to men's abuse. I think we're actually trivialising Me Too by comparing these things. I think the Me Too campaign is so important.
We need to treat men as equals. This is a very confusing time for men. How do men behave? If women in a...
Do you think we should ban it all, Nina?
No,
just to make it clear, do you think we should ban the lap dancing, the strip shows that women do, and say,
yes,
actually, we shouldn't do it with men either?
Absolutely. I'm totally with you. The day they do ban the women's, ban this too. And then ballet, and then films with nudity,
Nina,
and then attraction.
But what about the point that the women that are in these clubs, like the men, as you described, Adele, in this show, are choosing, if they have chosen, hopefully they're not being pressurised to be there, but some of the more reputable places have the power to choose to go and be there. They're consenting, they're getting paid well to do it. So actually, they're empowering themselves because they can perform in a way that they would like to, and they know they're going to earn good money from it.
That's always an old argument. Oh, look, you know, women stripping. Oh, it's an empowering woman. I can do what I like with my body, and nobody's going to. But that's nonsense. You know, we're talking about with your clothes on, you're empowered. This is not a case of somebody.
These chaps aren't strippers, they're dancers. They keep their pants on.
We don't see them.
That's irrelevant.
Yes, isn't it? You might think this is irrelevant as well. But I think it's simply about physical power. You know, men are not at risk from our power, whereas women are.
I'm not saying that men...
And that's at the bottom of it all.
I'm not saying this is putting men at risk. I'm not saying men are going to be attacked in some way physically. I'm saying that men are being objectified as sexual objects, as a piece of flesh, which is what women are...
But that doesn't put them at risk in the same way.
No, I'm not talking...
Me Too is about...
The risk is irrelevant. Me Too is about... standing up...
Women being at risk.
Women being objectified and having their power and their choice taken away from them.
Yes, being made vulnerable.
And these chaps haven't got that at all.
But
But
psychologically, we're not talking about physically. Men will always be physically stronger than women. We're not saying... let's be sorry for these strippers / dancers because let's not saying they're going to be attacked in some way. We're not saying they're vulnerable. We're saying that us women behaving like men is no way to create a balanced society. I mean, a bunch of baying drunken women is as terrifying as a bunch of baying drunken men. That pack mentality.
I think
you're definitely not buying tickets. Adele, are you?
Well, to be really, really honest,
I
think I'm a bit past it. It's not my thing. I don't fancy men without knowing them and talking to them. But women at a certain age do fancy men because they look good. That's called attraction. I think in the human race, we have to have attraction.
Also, it's a little bit of
fun.
I think it's a little bit of a romantic fantasy.
But what about if a bunch of female strippers were being installed in the Hippodrome casino?
Yes.
Do you think there'd be any humour to it?
We wouldn't like it.
No, we wouldn't like it.
Can I just take us back to the story we were just talking about? The lady who came in to talk about the fact that she's now married to a man she'd only met 8 times before she married him, and is going to introduce her children to him, and he's a convict over in an American jail, burglary and gun offences. Then is that sort of a romantic fantasy as well?
It's a romantic delusion. At least she knows where he is now.
Sorry, so I think the issue is I don't like to judge, but I definitely think it wouldn't be something I'd choose, and I don't think it's a reality. She doesn't. Anyone who's met, whether he's in prison or not, if you've met someone 8 times, I think that's quite a dangerous way to go forward with a marriage. I can't imagine.
She's met them, but as Becky's argument is that they've been in touch regularly. They speak
Every
on the phone
day.
all the time. They Skype each other.
Anybody who contemplates any kind of relationship with a white supremacist, I'm afraid, is beyond fantasised.
But she's very matter-of-fact about it,
and
wasn't
she's very
she?
open and eloquent about it as well, and was happy to answer any questions because, I mean, she believes this is the man of her dreams.
Yeah, let's see what she's like in a year.
In my opinion, in my humble opinion, the woman's an idiot.
Well, poor thing, she doesn't have a right of reply because
She doesn't. Yes, it feels very wrong.
But anyway,
she's
she's
not here.
spoken for herself. So thank you both very much indeed.
Nina and Adele, thank you for joining us. Lots of people getting in touch. Joanne says, I've never been to one of these because, quite frankly, it would be a turn-off. It's all a bit cringy, in my opinion.
Was it back to Magic Mike?
I find it all rather demoralising. The same as if they were females. Glissandra says, are we not allowed to enjoy movies anymore without someone saying it's wrong? It's just a form of entertainment. Tris said, it's an amazing show. My friends and I went to Las Vegas. They're great dancers. The music is awesome.
It would be a good show, wouldn't it?
That's it, it's a show. It's glamorous, it's fun, it's exciting for lots of people.
But if it was women, we'd all have an issue
It wouldn't
with
happen, there's no humour. And this has humour, and it wouldn't happen because men don't want to know we're funny.
Maybe they should design...
Which we are, we're hilarious.
There are lots of things that are fun and hilarious that afterwards we regret.
Yeah.
I think we might
Not
regret
me.
this.
OK.
When I have fun and I'm hilarious, I don't regret that.
Nina
We're
and Adele,
outraged
thank
about
you very
everything,
much.
aren't we? We're
Love you
just
too.
outraged about everything.